Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live stream. Happy Friday to you, your friends, your family. Hope all is well. Let me get myself situated over here. Friday. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hopefully, everybody had a successful weekend. I hope everybody is prepared for a successful and equally as successful weekend. Hang on, let me do a quick little promo to make sure the people who don't get notifications for whatever reason get a notification that I'm streaming right now. Let me just post it. Let's see, while we wait for a couple people to tune in. Share, create. We are live. Boom, post. There we go. Promo complete. Let's see, we got 6 or 7 people tuning in right now. What's going on, everybody? Waiting for somebody or a couple people to tune into the live chat. Let me get my camera set up better. There we go. Camera angle is set up. Microphone is good to go. Hopefully the picture quality is okay and the audio quality is good. Let's see, we got Debonair Dylan, we got JK Pioneer. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday to you, your friends, your family. Hope all is well. We are live Friday night. G Majors, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Why do you think Morgan and Peace are not a good choice to stack? Why do you think Morgan or Peace are not a good choice to stack? I never said they're not a good choice to stack. I'm not against Morgan dollars and Peace dollars. They have a higher premium because of that numismatic value, so I guess they're a little bit more on the pricey end. So they're not necessarily my priority to stack, but I'm not against Morgan and Peace dollars. Missile Man, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Greg, welcome aboard. Appreciate you being here. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope all is well. I have a Morgan in my pocket. I have a Morgan in my safe. I do not keep a Morgan dollar in my pocket. That would be a very cheeseball thing to do. I carry the Silver Eagle in my pocket. Let's see. So, by the way, just in case everybody tuning in did not know, I launched a back-to-school giveaway on my other channel. If you haven't seen it, it's only like a minute and 50-something seconds long. Quick and easy. Free to enter. Super simple. If you have kids or grandkids, niece, nephew, younger siblings, cousins, or if you know somebody that has kids of their own or whatever, then you're more than welcome to get entered for them. Get some school supplies. Say it's, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome aboard. I watch everybody's channel. I like DYDSS best. I appreciate that. I really do. I ain't the best channel out there, but I guess you could argue that I'm one of the hardest working channels. I don't put out the greatest videos on the platform, but I'm willing to bet I work harder than most other people. I appreciate that. From best to worst, what constitutional coins should you stack? Well, I mean, if we're going to constitutional, then we're going for, both all, 90%, we're going for 40%, and we're going for 35%? Or are we just talking about the 90%? Receive some 90% dimes and a 1 ounce gold buffalo. Oh, wow, the gold buffalo. I'm envious of you. I do not own a 1 troy ounce gold coin, and I do not want a 1 troy ounce gold coin. But if I were to ever get one, it would be the gold buffalo. That's my, hands down, my favorite gold coin. It's my favorite gold coin, and I don't even own it. I want to own one, though. Maybe one day. Salvador, what's going on? Welcome aboard. I appreciate you tuning in. Been in my pocket since my dad passed away last year. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure there's some type of sentimental value or some type of connection with that coin. So I'm sure it's a coin that Makes quite a bit of sense of you, quite a bit of sense to you, which is why you're carrying it, I assume. I still want that Kraken coin. Yeah, I'm so happy I did that. Part of me said, I don't know if I want to get it. Part of me said, I think I'm just going to stick to the generics and 90%, which is what I was doing, but I ended up getting it anyway, and pretty much as soon as I got it, and spot price was only like $18 and change, I ended up paying, I think it was, well, you can deduct 10% from the grand total because I got 10% cash back. I think I ended up paying like $20, $21, $22 per ounce. You know, oh, that's what it was. It was about $20 an ounce because after I deducted the 10%, it was about $40. So yeah. Hey, we got 31 people watching. If you could do me a favor and click the like or dislike button, they both help tremendously. They're both forms of engagement. They both get me promoted and help the channel grow. So pick a thumb, click a thumb. Thank you in advance. Just 90%ers. Okay, so if I had to order 90% silver, quarters, dimes, and half dollars, I would go with probably dimes first, just because they're the smallest denomination. You know, how much better could it get? You know, 1/14 of an ounce. And then I would probably go with, half dollars second, and then quarters last. But they're all great. Vanessa, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for tuning in. Back from a private concert. We played jazz covers of famous songs. That's pretty cool. You know, I got a special kind of respect for cover bands and cover songs and stuff like that, regardless of the genre. I always think it's fascinating to hear, like, you know, such, you know, polar opposite genres doing covers of, you know, of songs. Like, for example, I heard like a pop punk cover of Frank Sinatra, which I thought was pretty cool. I heard a hard rock cover of Gangster's Paradise, which is a rap song from the 90s. I always thought that was fascinating. Dimes first, then quarters, then 50 cents. I would definitely put dimes first, but the quarters and the half dollars, you know what? Dimes first, and I kind of want to say that quarters and half dollars are tied for second, but I don't want to do that for my answer. So I say dimes, half dollars, and quarters. But they're all great, you know. I wouldn't put them in any order. I say, give me all three. Let's see. I bought my first Buffalo for $1,200 back in the day. I only have the 1 ounce, and all rest is fractional. Yeah, that's probably going to be me, because if I ever pick up a piece of gold that is not fractional, it's going to be the gold Buffalo. I love that coin so much. That's hands down my favorite gold coin on the planet. I want one so bad, but I don't want one bad enough to actually pack over $2,000 into just one particular piece of metal. I'd rather have it broken up. David, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Johnny, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Just ordered some Lion King coins. Well, that's cool. What's that round next to the ASE? To the right of it. Well, it's actually technically not an ASE. It's an ASE round, I guess. It's not a coin, but yeah. Let me read it first really quick. It says, where is this thing from? I don't know the details. It's just some random round, but it says money, the root of all good. Couldn't agree more. Liked on the way in. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Evening. Nice cracking. Owen, welcome aboard. Kane, welcome aboard. Sorry for disrupting you earlier. I was a drummer for a Beatle sound-alike band. Also played a lot of everything else too. That's pretty cool. Underspot silver is best silver. I would have to agree. I call the dimes zombie money. I've got to be honest with you. I've never in my life heard that before. Can I ask why you call it that? Why are silver dimes called zombie money? I'm not against it. With Eagles being expensive, what silver are you mostly stacking today? Well, I'm taking a little bit of a break until payday, but once that direct deposit hits, I'm going right back to the generics and 90%. I hid my safe so good today I can't even find it. Nice. I think a wall safe would be really cool. My favorite gold coin is the 1-ton gold coin from Perth Mint, biggest in the world. Wow. That's one big coin. My favorite too is the Buffalo, hands down. Don't get me wrong, I love silver too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I friggin' love silver. But just something about the gold Buffalo, man. I don't know what it is. I don't just want that coin, I need that coin. Chief F, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Mike, what's going on? Welcome aboard. In case I didn't say your name, welcome aboard. Raise. Oh, I see what you did. I like that name. Raise Hell. Welcome aboard. Welcome everybody. Shadow, welcome aboard. Welcome everyone. If I didn't say your name, it was not on purpose. All constitutional is always great to stack. I would agree. Funny you woke me up today. My show is on in 3 hours. Preppers prefer them for zombie apocalypse situations. Oh. That makes sense, I guess. I like Zombucks too. I have like all of them. Zombie apocalypse. Oh, is that a thing? Is that something that... Is it frequently referred to as zombie money? I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever heard that before, but a couple other people in the chat are saying the same thing, so maybe I'm just out of the loop. Yes, the other side of the round is a picture of Atlas. John Gelt. Money, the root of all good. I could not agree more. Zombie money makes sense. Lowest fractional silver currency. Captain Silverton, lurking. You're on my left screen. Good eve. Welcome aboard, Captain Silverton. I need one of those gold buffaloes as well. Someday I will get one. Yeah, 1000% I will get one in the future, and that would probably be my only piece of gold that's of an actual troy ounce. I do prefer fractional. Did you Google yield curve control effects on gold? I did, actually. I didn't get as far as I wanted to. I was hoping as I was going through it that I would read a little bit about silver. I didn't see anything silver as far as I got, but it was actually pretty interesting. And according to the article that I read, I believe it was from, what is it? FXE, I think was the, let me see. Yeah, FXE. And according to what I read, from everything that they were explaining, that they were saying that if it were to return, the spot price of gold could not just increase in value, but I guess in theory skyrocket in value. The one thing that really threw me off about the article was all of their references to the debt clock, because I personally find the debt clock to be kind of BS, but it was actually pretty interesting, and I would like to finish the article, but I was only able to skim through it this morning. On your show earlier, there was an ad for Tony Hawk's skateboarding game. They were listening to us 2 days ago. That's actually pretty funny. Let me ask you a question. After we were talking about skateboarding, did you Google anything about skateboarding? Like, did it like remind you of something, and then you go search for skateboards or trucks or something like that? Because that is what Google does. If you search something in on Google and then you go and watch a YouTube video, you're probably gonna see an ad for whatever it is that you Googled. That's actually pretty funny though. Zombie money would be easy to barter within an apocalypse. I mean, it seems like it would be easy to barter, but you know, I mean, during an apocalypse, is anybody like really gonna care about like little teeny tiny pieces of metal? Is that really what they're gonna, um, is that really what they're gonna see as something of value, or would they probably more than likely um, prefer to trade for food or for purified water or for some type of a service? That's what I think, but then again, I'm not really of the SHTF mentality. Is anyone here offloading for cash? Absolutely not. Not for me, anyway. Long-term mentality. I don't want that fiat. I'm trying to get rid of my fiat. Hang on, let me get some more Berkey water. You know, very good friend of mine, she recently surprised me by placing an order of DYDSS stuff. And she got this big package of DYDSS t-shirts in the mail the other day. She was sending me pictures of it, and I was like, wow, that is awesome. And I told her, I was like, Mykie is better than Nike, don't forget that. Hang on, let me drink this Berkey water. No, my memories are solid. Oh, well then maybe they were, either that's a really big coincidence, or maybe they were listening in on our conversation. Let's see. James, welcome aboard. I have talked about things and then an advertisement will come up. Yeah, that's the digital age for you. You know, as intrusive as that is, and as scary as that is, and as much as I don't agree with it, I think most people don't mind because they're getting advertisements for things that are more relevant in their life. You know, because if you don't have kids and all you do is like work out, you know, 24 hours a day, your mind is like focused on like bodybuilding and stuff like that, and then you go and watch like a bodybuilding video and like a My Little Pony commercial pops up, is that relevant? No. What would be a little bit more relevant would be like, you know, protein powder or creatine or like BCAAs or some other type of supplement or some type of wrist guards or something like that. So I think most people don't mind because it's relevant to them and their interests, but I mind. Which is why I have all of those things turned off. Last thing I looked up was the development of nihilism in 19th century Russia. No related ads, sadly. I can offload 1,000 rolls of toilet paper. I need to save a bit more for some new tap heels. Federal Reserve is so jelly they can't print silver. Yeah, yeah, that's what I like. You can't print silver. You cannot create silver out of thin air. This ain't no currency. This is money we're talking about. You know, yeah. Hey, you know, the bank will tell you, oh, you have X amount. You have this much money in the bank, or you owe this amount of money for this. And I was like, I don't have any money with you guys, and I don't owe any money to you guys. If you're looking for currency, I can help you out. But if you're looking for money, not much I can do for you. I want to be like Mykie. I appreciate that. My banker friend believes that they are using gold to back mortgages so they don't have the disaster like 2008. Your banker friend believes that? Or he has like... Does he, like, is that just some, like, strange suspicion, or is that something that, like, does he have, like, evidence to back that claim, and that's why he thinks that, or is that just, like, something that makes sense to him in his mind? That would make sense, actually, but I don't know if there's any evidence to back that claim. Or thought, rather. It's not really a claim. And now here's Mykie for Berkey Water DYDSS. Don't you dare stop sipping. Hey, I like that. Yep. Always got the 40-ounce canteen full of Berkey water sitting next to me. I don't just have a 40-ounce bottle. I have an 18-ounce bottle. That's it fits perfectly on the little spot on my bike. So if I'm going for a bike ride, I'll take the smaller bottle with me, and I'll also put a secondary small bottle attached to the handlebar. So I'll take two 18-ounce water bottles with me, which is just under 40 ounces, so it's essentially the same thing. But if I'm going out for the entire day, if I'm going to work, if I'm going to class, if I'm doing something, I'm going to be out for hours and hours on end, I'm taking the half-gallon bottle with me, man. I got a half-gallon canteen. You know how, like, big and bulky that thing is, especially when it's filled up to the top with that nice, clean, purified Berkey water? I set that thing onto a table, and people think I'm carrying around a freaking missile with me. It's a little invasive, though. A little invasive, to say the least. Yeah, it's it's I'd say it's a little bit more than a little invasive. I think it's, you know, completely intrusive. But hey, that's the digital age, man. Right, I got you. But like I said, the bigger picture, it's a big deal to me. Toilet paper is currency when we go back on lockdown. Yeah, toilet paper was currency in April of 2020. That was like essentially just yesterday. That was just like 2 months ago? You can use fiat as TP. I feel like most of us will be in time. The reserve needs to preserve some brain cells. They are bleeding brain cells. I mean, I think they know what they're doing. They don't have our best interest in mind, but I think they have their best interest in mind. I save on TP by always giving myself at Tim Hortons. Can you tell me where silver finished today? Well, according to Kitco, I'm seeing $26.54. So we are back up above 25 bucks. A little over 26.50. What is Berkey water? Well, it's not really Berkey water. It's a Berkey water purifier, and I call it Berkey water because I fill it up with tap water and it cleans and purifies through. I've made videos on it, actually. If you type in Mykie DYDSS Berkey, and it's spelled Berkey, Mykie DYDSS Berkey, you could see some of my review videos on it. But yeah, it's essentially the best water purification unit I have ever come across. And I do not work for Berkey or anything like that, so it's not like I'm getting paid to say this. I just genuinely love the product, and it's one of the few things in the world I can say has been, you know, one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. You know, of course, I've bought a lot of things that have made me happy, but the Berkey is honestly probably, arguably, the smartest thing I have ever in my life purchased. So I friggin' love the product. I've had it for about a year. It's the only water I've consumed for a year. It's, you know, it's saving me tons and tons of money. I do not have to buy water bottles anymore, so I think it's really cool. I love that thing. USA 40 ounces. Welcome aboard. I don't have a USA. I have 40-ounce water bottle. Let's see. Ink Scars. Who gave a thumbs down? What a tool. Just a crybaby who can't take silver. How dare he make a live stream about silver? How dare he do that? I can't handle opinions. I'm gonna click the dislike button to teach him a lesson. That's what I imagine people do if they click the thumbs down video or the thumbs down button on a silver video. How dare you make a video about this? How dare I watch it? Which reminds me, we got 59 people watching right now and only 42 likes. Can I get the other couple of you to either hit the like or dislike button? I'd appreciate it. They both help equally. They both get me promoted. They both get my stream fed to the algorithm. They both help the channel grow. And we are on the road to 10K. If you hate my video with burning passion, please don't just tune out. Click the dislike button and then tune out. Because they didn't stack, which kind of leads me up to a follow-up question. If you don't stack, and if you don't agree with stacking, what are you doing watching stacking videos, man? I'll tell you one thing. I said it in, I think, yesterday's stream. What is something that I hate? I forget what I said that I hate. I hate video games. I cannot stand video games. You know, if people want to play them, I don't care. I just hate them for myself. You think I go and watch video game content in my spare time? No. I'm gonna consume content that actually benefits me and you know, something that I enjoy. I'm not gonna go around on YouTube looking for videos that I can't stand just so I can consume them. It makes no sense to me. I've never bought fractional gold, or what did that say? I've never bought fractional gold, but I am considering purchasing a 1/4 ounce Eagle next week. I'm considering picking up a 1/4 ounce Philharmonic. I haven't made up my mind yet. It all comes down to payday. I do it before I start to listen. It's my payment. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it's the freest and the easiest way of supporting a channel. Giving it a full watch, giving it a like or a dislike, and leaving a comment. So, the people who, you know, tune in every single day just to click the dislike button and leave a comment telling me how incorrect I am, dude, they're helping me so much. That helps so much more than them not watching at all, not clicking the like or dislike, and not leaving a comment, because all forms of engagement, the more the merrier. According to YouTube's algorithm, I don't make the rules. Anyway, enough about that. Can we skip all of this and go right to $100 silver? No, thank you. Nope. I'll pay $100 just to not have that happen. I don't want to see $100 silver. At least not for a very long time. And one could argue that if we did go to $100 silver, that would probably be catastrophic to just the general state of our economy. Because if, you know, oftentimes when silver goes up, it means the dollar went down. And, you know, if silver were to go all the way up to the triple digits, I don't even know if the dollar bill would even exist anymore. In which case, is it even worth $100 an ounce? If there's no more dollar? I don't know. Payday is so far. What? Yeah, so close yet so far. I have a 1/4 ounce gold coin from every mint. That's awesome. I was thinking about doing that with 10th ounce gold coins. A 10th ounce gold coin from every mint. Because I started out with gold eagles, 10th ounce gold eagles. And then I was a little bit discouraged after getting some gold eagles because I didn't realize at first that they were not pure gold. Not that it really matters, but I kind of wanted pure gold, so I switched over to gold maples, and the gold maple became the foundation of my gold stack, and now I'm thinking to get, you know, one from everywhere. Maybe a Philharmonic, a Britannia, a Kangaroo, a Libertad, you know, a Panda, you know, I just, you know, get one from everywhere. Just for fun. Just because who cares? Sometimes you just gotta say screw it. Gold is gold at the end of the day. Whether it's from Australia or Canada or Mexico or the US, whether it's pure gold, whether it's not pure gold, gold is gold. But yeah, I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to get a 10th ounce, another 10th ounce gold coin with some silver, or just silver, or a 1/4 ounce of gold, and that would be my only thing that I'm picking up. Haven't made up my mind yet. Hey, 66 people watching, and we are closing in on 50. likes, do me a favor, please click the like and or not and or the like or dislike button. They both help tremendously. They both help equally. I'd appreciate it. I usually play older games. I usually play 0 games. I cannot stand video games. Part of the journey, man. Want to stack way more before it hits that high. Yeah, absolutely. You're wrong, DYDSS. Yep, that pretty much sums up, you know, at least one comment I receive every day. How dare you! Your opinion is wrong, and so are these facts. Every mint in U.S. or the world. Oh, I didn't even think that far. It's nice to look at different, what did that say? Designs. Yeah, I think it should be cool. I think it'll be fun. My local coin shop had 563 silver mercury dimes last year before Christmas, and I paid 587 for 563 mercury dimes, and I gave it to my mom for Christmas present last year. I hope to God your mom appreciates silver. Otherwise, she probably would have said, why in the world did you give me a pile of freaking dimes? That'd be cool. That's a pretty good present. That's a friggin' steal too. You got those for a good price. What is your opinion on numismatic coins with some gold content, like maybe a gram or 2 of content? I say gold is gold at the end of the day, and just like I say, silver is silver. So if it has some of either of the 2 metals content in it, you know, I wouldn't turn my back on it. But I personally don't really go for like coins with that numismatic value. But I mean, hey, if you can get it for a good price, I say why not? If you want Britannias, go for 2013 onwards from 87 to 2012. They were 22 karat gold, and for silver they were 0.958 I remember the 2013, but I'll go for either. Oh, I prefer the 2013, but I'll go for either. Yeah, I didn't know about the gold. I did know about that silver though. Thanks for the heads up. Alright, phone's about off 1%. Thanks, as always, man. Catch you on the next one. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out for a little while. Let's see. Water does not bend, cannot have a vacuum without containment. We do not live on a giant tilting floating. What in the world are you talking about? Oh, I didn't read your YouTube account name. I understand the joke now. I thought you were serious for a second. Buffett just bought Barrick Gold. That's big news for gold and silver. Huh. I'm a big fan of Buffett. I'm gonna have to read about that. Your how dare you spoofs are pretty funny, Mikey. Well, I mean, they're not really spoofs. I'm kind of just reiterating with kind of the comments that I get from time to time. That's essentially what some people say to me sometimes. Just joined. You already discussed Buffett buying into gold and potential impact on silver price. It was just brought up like a second ago. I didn't even know about that. Back in 33, when the government confiscated gold, didn't they leave silver in circulation? They did. And if you want to get technical, it wasn't really so much of a confiscation. It was more of like a request for it to be turned in. Based off of every, like all of the pieces of literature that I've gone through, I didn't see anything about anyone going door to door and government officials ransacking houses looking for gold. I didn't hear anything about that. From what I've read, it was more of a request for people to turn it in to help the country essentially bail itself out. And I think the picture was painted to be like, it's your way of like giving back to the country or something like that. It's been a while since I've read into it, but from what I've understand, from all of the literature that I've read, it wasn't necessarily a confiscation. It was more of a request. Hey, we got Mr. Overtax in the house. What's going on? Another overtaxed taxpayer. Hello, fellow silver addicts. Silver addicts in the house. Hey, Overtax, let me ask you a question. I know you started focusing a little bit more on gold. I don't know how far you got with the gold envelope challenge, but do you own any gold that is a troy ounce, or is it all fractional for you? Because for me personally, it's all fractional. FBI, open up. Yeah, I never heard a single thing. I've never, tuned into anything or read any article or any bit of literature that, explained government officials kicking down doors, demanding and confiscating gold. From everything that I've read tells me that it was requested for people to turn in their gold. Some people did, which helped, they were looking to essentially bail themselves out, I guess, but those who didn't got incredibly wealthy. So I believe Buffett bought 500 mil in gold shares. Someone correct me, please, if I'm off base. I only just learned about it just because of this live stream, so I will look into it when the live stream is over. But I am a huge Warren Buffett fan. I just got one of his books. My most recent book purchase is The Warren Buffett Way. Everyone knows I like to study all of the markets, not just the markets that I'm involved in, not just the markets that I'm affiliated with, but I think it's best to have an understanding of all of the markets and to basically understand as much as possible all things finance. If you don't believe in the stock market, I still think it's a good idea to keep your eyes on it. Same goes for real estate. A lot of people are like anti-real estate for reasons I will never understand. But, if you are anti-real estate, I think you should still keep your eyes on the real estate market. For me, all fractional. I only own about ½ ounce and saving for more. Okay. Yeah, I only have a little bit of gold as well, and it's all fractional. And I'm thinking about this time around, since I don't own any gold Philharmonics, I was thinking about going with a 1/4 ounce. But I don't know if I should just stick to 10th ounce for the time being. I know the premium's a little bit higher, but it is what it is. I view it as a paying for a... I view it as a security expense. So I don't necessarily mind the higher premiums. Let's see. We're not on gold standard, so no confiscation. Well, I mean, we were never on a alcohol standard, and there was prohibition. But I know that's completely different. I'm kind of being facetious over here. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, we don't necessarily have to be on the gold standard for them to say, we want the gold or something like that. Hey, at the end of the day, I do not believe there's ever going to be another gold confiscation. I do not align with that way of thinking. I don't foresee it happening. I don't believe it's in the cards. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, and I'll be wrong again in the future, but I don't believe that would be the case. I'll trade some silver for gold if this is a good weekend. I've yet to trade any silver for gold. I plan to one day in the future, but I feel like I don't even have enough silver to trade my silver for gold. I'd rather have quite a bit more silver before I, take a handful of it and convert. But I'm also kind of trying my best to go with the flow. Whatever, whatever ends up making sense. I have all 1 gram or 10th ounce gold, or for gold. I enjoy having multiple pieces and what did that say? Where'd that go? I can't find where that went. As you know, I am heavily vested in... Oh man, where's that going? Chat's moving too fast for me. Either I'm a slow reader or we have too many people talking. Or both. As you know, I am heavily vested in silver and some cryptos. Yes. I remember watching your video... God, it had to have been a while ago. I think somebody gave you a fractional gold maple. I want to say it was... and I know you once said that you wanted to get a 1/20th of an ounce gold maple. I don't remember if that was the gift you were given or if that's just something that you talked about getting. I don't recall off the top of my head, but that was a while ago. Mikey, I am offended. I have standards when it comes to alcohol. Hey, overtax, I'm over here sipping on some Berkey water. Love that thing. I've had it for almost a year now. Yeah, no alcohol for me. I'm just on straight water right now. Never will there be confiscation. I don't believe it would happen either. I can't see it happening. To be honest, I think they have bigger fish to fry at the end of the day. I don't think gold is taken nearly as seriously as maybe some of us take it. Jesse, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Jacob, what's going on? Welcome aboard. LT, welcome aboard. If they start to confiscate or ban, they will only cause prices to increase. Even in nations where they had aggressive confiscations, they were never very effective outside sizing what was in banks, government vaults, and other institutions. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Like, you really think they're going to allocate their resources to, knocking on every single person's house? Because, like, keep in mind, if gold was ever to be confiscated, please remember, it's not just those of us with our little gold coins. Most of us have, a handful of little fractional pieces of gold. Most of us don't have, enough to, turn us into multimillionaires. I don't think they care about the little guys. And it's also important to remember that nearly every single person has some type of jewelry, whether it's a chain, a watch, some earrings, or something like that. So there's, it's not just the little gold coins that they would, I guess, essentially be confiscating. It would be all the jewelry as well, because gold jewelry is gold at the end of the day. So, I don't foresee that happening. You think they're going to allocate their resources to knock on every single person's door to say, hey, give us your coins, your rounds, your bars, your necklaces, your bracelets, your watches, your earrings, your everything. I guess it could happen. Anything's possible, but I don't foresee it happening. I think they have more important things to do. I think they have bigger things to worry about than those of us who have little, the amount of, have so much gold that it fits in our pocket, don't have to confiscate. Banning cash takes care of that. Some metals, you just gotta enjoy. Oh yeah. Was I lying when I said the Berkey? Oh, where'd that go? Was I lying when I said the Berkey was awesome? I said it before you joined. The Berkey is hands down, I believe, the best purchase I've ever made in my life. And I know that sounds like I'm being over dramatic. I know that sounds like, I'm hyping it up. I know that sounds like I'm, like a Berkey salesman or something like that. I am not employed by Berkey. I am not sponsored by Berkey. I friggin' love the thing. Some of my family members were like, "Are you kidding me? You spent $250 on a water filter when you used to buy gallon jugs of water $1 a pop, and I drink a gallon a day. That was $6 or that was $7 a week. They're like $7 a week. That's $365 a day." I said, "Yeah, and that costs more than the Berkey, and the Berkey will last more than a year. What's your point? You know, what are you talking about? This thing cost me like $250. So after 250 days went by the time I hit 251 days, I had already broken even. I'm never going to buy a water bottle again." Mikey, do you believe that silver will hit 100 in the near future? In the near future, no. In the future, in general, yes. Or probably. Near future, I'm assuming you mean like within the next couple of years. I don't see it happening. It could absolutely happen. Like I said, I'm not a fortune teller. I have a magic 8-ball, but I don't, I can't predict the future. So I don't know for sure. I just do not believe $100 an ounce silver is happening anytime in the very near future. Karen would say, "How dare you presume I don't have $1 million?" Yeah, Karen would say a lot of things. I filmed about a 20-minute video in the park the other day, and I had this, well, I don't want to say it's funny. I thought it was funny. I had this little skit at the park where Karen called 911 on a little 5-year-old with his father on the baseball field, learning how to play baseball. Because in New Jersey, you need a permit to use the baseball field. Like, you can't even use the sand lot without a permit. I mean, I don't think it's enforced, but there's a sign that says that. So I had this, what I considered to be a funny little skit with Karen in the tree. She's on sand lot duty. Unlikely but possible he has bought more or sold out by now. Mikey, in addition, they just don't have the manpower to go around the country and confiscate precious metals. Yeah, that was probably a better way of explaining what I was trying to explain. Yeah, it's impossible. It's not possible. And I know a lot of people refuse to order anything online because they don't want there to be a paper trail, and they think that people are going to be, they think the government's watching all of their transactions. Like, "Oh, that guy bought silver. We got to go get him." Like, you really think they care about the little guys? There's not a single one of us that has enough silver or gold to even be considered remotely impressive in the eyes of them who are, going after, the people who have millions upon millions upon millions of dollars worth of stuff. We're the little guys. Like, you really think they care about the little guys? I would say no. I got the 1 ounce coins when it was 1410. Oh, wow. Funny thing is, it was 1410, not even that long ago. What was that, just the end of 2019? 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago? I think that's what the spot price of gold was. I think that was the last time I ordered gold. It was December or January. Hello from Texas. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hey, by the way, we got 95 people watching right now, and I just want to let every single person know, in case you were not aware, on my second channel, I'm doing a back-to-school giveaway. So if you have kids or grandkids or cousins or siblings or nieces, nephews, and you want to get you want a chance to get some school supplies for them, help out a little bit, I have a back-to-school giveaway, my annual back-to-school giveaway. I do it every single August for the upcoming school year to help some parents and guardians and, help some families out if they're, especially if they're going through some financial troubles. And I know with everything going on in the world right now, financial troubles are not, necessarily anything all too foreign for most people. So back-to-school supplies, backup channel video. It's only like a minute and something seconds long. Quick and easy. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything. It's just, you know, like, comment, and stuff like that. So just letting you guys know. Can we see the filter, please? It is in a different room, but if you type in Mykie DYDSS Berkey water filter or something like that, you can see a video. You can see multiple videos that I've made talking about the thing. What does the 8-ball say? The 8-ball answers yes or no questions. I seriously want that goal on Chivo. I don't even know what that is. Based on the number of followers Buffett has, and the fact he has bought... Oh man, the chat's moving too fast. Bought very little during pandemic. Gold will get a bump Monday, and silver buy sympathy. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. You know, when you know, Buffett's a good person to look at, even if you're not involved in the stock market, and I guess you can say, I guess he's kind of intertwined with precious metals, like, because of that alone, but I don't know. I mean, paper gold's a little bit different, but Buffett does know what he's doing. I will be buying extra black filters. Yeah, and the good news is about the Berkey, the black filters on the inside of the Berkey is, you know, it's years and years and years and years and years they last. I forget how many gallons. I think it's like 6,000 gallons or something like that. And if you drink about a gallon a day, I forget how many gallons the filters are good for, but they're good for years. And I did the math that by the time, if I were to consume a gallon a day, they should probably last me close to 10 to 11 years. I'll replace them before that regardless, but yeah. Over taxation. Salvador, don't forget to buy some fluoride filters. Yes, I have the fluoride filters attached to mine as well. Yeah, the Berkey does a lot. It doesn't just clean the water. It doesn't just filter the water. I mean, there's, you know how they say there's levels to this? See, filter is not anything near purification. If you have a water filter, that's good. If you have a purifier, it's fantastic. And it removes all of the toxins, the bacteria, the E. coli, the germs, the viruses, the fluoride, the chlorine, the lead, the rust, the traces of pharmaceutical drugs. Like, it purifies the water from all of these different things. And not to mention, it's the best tasting water I've ever had. Again, I am not a Berkey salesman. You know, they're not sponsoring me. They're not telling me what I have to say. I don't have a script. I just love the thing. 6,000? Oh, 6,000 gallons? Is that per filter? Or with the two filters together? Is it 3,000 each, or is it 6,000 each? I don't remember. Or is it 6,000 because there's two, or is... I don't remember. But point being is they last years and years and years and years and years, and you only have to buy the unit one time. You only have to replace the filters on the inside every X amount of years. So even by having to replace the filters every couple of years, you're still saving hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. You know, I'm confident that I don't think I'm going to go the rest of my life buying a water bottle or a gallon jug of water or a case of water or anything like that, you know, because there's no real need to. Not to mention, you know, I don't know how many of you are like environmentally friendly people. Like, I'm not exactly one of those go green type of guys, but it's two birds with one stone. It's healthier drinking water, or three birds with one stone. It's healthier drinking water. It's cheaper for you, and it's environmentally friendly because there's no plastic. No plastic water bottles. So, you know, if that's something that you care about, then that's like another, you know, that's another plus. Does the filter make the water tastier? I wouldn't say that it makes the water tastier, but it removes the stuff that makes the water taste disgusting. So I guess, you know, in a way, it kind of does, but it doesn't, like, flavor the water, if that's what you're asking. I have to run now. Great live stream. We might have to partner up and do one together. Good night, everybody. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm on board. Hey, everybody in the chat, if you want to see an AOTTP and DYDSS collaboration of some sort, let us know in the chat. Thank you very much, Mr. Overtax, for tuning in and hanging out. Have a good rest of your Friday and have a good weekend. We have been preaching about precious metals for years and years now. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. And it's funny, you know, from if you guys had to guess the amount of people that you've had conversations with about precious metals, what percent, if you had to guess, I don't expect anybody to calculate it, but if you had to guess, what percent of people actually got on board with precious metals? For me? Well, actually, it might be a little bit different of a story for me because I've made hundreds upon hundreds of videos, and I'm sure that my videos have inspired people or taught people and got them interested. So I don't want to count that, but the people that I've talked to in real life, I've only had a conversation with one person who eventually began to stack a little bit of silver, but it's almost like I cheated in a way because he had already stacked a little bit of gold in the past and he was hanging on to it. He is huge in the stock market. He owns a little bit of physical gold, a little bit of paper gold. And when, you know, this is a former business partner of mine, and it's also, you know, probably my best friend that I've ever had. I talked to him about it because we're always bouncing ideas off of each other. We haven't, you know, done this in a while, but what we used to do is, you know, once a month or something like that, we'd meet up at Applebee's, you know, get the half-price apps and stuff like that, and we would just kind of like, sales pitch each other and just, you know, kind of just talk about different products and businesses and concepts and stuff that we're each working on. You know, at his job, he's saving up. Here's a cool story. I don't want to go into detail about it because I want to have him on for somewhat of an interview, and I want him to tell his own story. But this is actually pretty cool because he is currently in the process of saving up the money to purchase the job he works at. He hopes to one day go from being an employee to owning the business. That has my respect. I'm like, wow. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of people who are like, hey, man, I know you're doing all this and doing all that. I want to present you my idea. And I'm honest with people. I tell a lot of people, I tell more people than not that it doesn't sit right with me. I was like, I don't know if that's really the move, or I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, or it could work, but then you got to worry about this. What he told me, I love that idea. Can you imagine going to work one day, walking up to your boss and just being like, hey, I'm your boss now. That's funny. But yeah, anyway, point being is, you know, him and I, we both come from somewhat of a business background. He's been heavily involved in the stock market for over 15 years. He's older than I am. We've worked together in the past. We've collaborated a lot. I've shown him a lot of, you know, the things that I'm working on. He showed me things he's working on. And I kind of got him involved with silver a little bit. So he's the only person that I believe I've talked to in person about precious metals that, you know, ended up getting involved in the silver. So, and other than that, all the people that I've talked to, you know, on the internet, I'm sure the percentage is, you know, much higher, because a lot of people comment on my videos telling me, hey, I started stacking because of your videos or something like that. So, so yeah. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. I've been talking for too long. 0%, about 10%, 3%, 78.947%, 1 to 2%, 1%, maybe 2. I started stacking as a way to save money that I couldn't spend right away. It soon turned into my most profitable hobby. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, name another hobby that saves you money. Most hobbies cost you money, and that's not a bad thing. Everybody has hobbies, whether it's getting tattoos, or whether it's working on cars, or whether it's anything. If you have a hobby, odds are it's going to cost you a little bit of money, and, you know, and that's not a bad thing. You know, if it's something that you love to do, it's not bad to, you know, spend money, or I guess currency, spend currency on something that you know makes you happy or whatever. And you know, but you know what makes me happy is silver and gold, and it doesn't cost me a penny. It saves me my pennies. All my friends is one cat. Oh, all my friends is one cat. Has gold collar too, so 100% very. That's funny. Hey man, just me and my dog over here. I want someone to buy my company. Well, what kind of company is it? Overtax video just ended and sent me straight here. Hey, welcome aboard. Was he live the same time I was live? Because he was in the chat of my live stream. But yeah, I mean, you could scroll up. Actually, let me go find it myself. Let's see. I could find this somewhere. Yep, I found it. Yep. He, before he tuned out, he, said that he and I should do, a video together or live stream together one day. So that would be really cool. Overtax is one of the 2 channels that really got me involved in precious metals. I mean, my friend is actually the one who introduced it to me, but you know, my friend got me curious, my friend got me interested, and then I went on YouTube, and it was, you know, it was Salivate Metal and Overtax that, you know, taught me what I needed to know when I was still trying to decipher if silver was something that I really wanted to do or not. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool. I was watching Overtax before I even had my very first piece of silver. Back in 2017, I didn't own a single speck of silver, and I was watching Overtax, and now he and I might be doing a video together. That's pretty cool. That's awesome, actually. Strongman Silver and Gold, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Hi, Mikey. Happy Friday. Can you ask the Magic 8 Ball if silver will drop back down to 20 per ounce so I can buy more? You know, I could, but I asked the 8 Ball on Sunday if silver would hit $30 on Monday, and it told me yes. So I don't know how credible of a source the 8 Ball is, but I'll give it a shot anyway. What's the question? If it will go down to $20 an ounce? Magic 8 Ball, will silver creep back down to $20 an ounce? What does that say? Outlook good. So, I guess that means most likely. Apparently I pay them too much and they are too comfortable. I'm still wondering what kind. Oh wait, yeah, I'm still wondering what type of company this is. If you want someone to buy your company, and your reasoning is because you apparently pay them too much and they are too comfortable, then why don't you just hire new people? It doesn't sound like the company's the problem. It sounds like the workers are the problem. You all don't know what's coming. Yeah, no one can predict the future. Maybe it was a bot in the chat. No, I think Overtax recorded earlier. I just got around to it. Oh, okay. Well, he was in the chat of my stream, and he was hanging out for a bit, so that was cool. Talked about the Berkey, talked a little bit about fractional gold, talked a little bit about a couple different things, so yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. And he's even cooler, the fact that he owns a DYDSS shirt. And so does his wife, by the way. They have matching DYDSS shirts. Yankee Stacking is another good channel. Yes. Yes. Was not one of the channels that I discovered prior to stacking, but did watch some of his content after I had gotten started. I've learned a lot from a couple different people. But Sal and Overtext are the ones that are the only two channels that I watched prior to getting involved in silver and gold. It's pretty cool because they both kind of have the personalities of really the only two type of teachers that I was ever able to learn from. Sal, the kind of teacher that made learning fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like back in the day in school, you ever have that teacher that just made the subject, even if it was boring or whatever, made the subject just fun to learn about. That's kind of how I viewed Sal. And then Overtaxed, he was more of the one who was kind of more of the strict teacher, not really strict, but very, very straightforward and a little bit more serious. I've always been able to learn from those two type of teachers, and both of those two type of teachers are a little bit more rare, so I learned a lot from them both. So I think the coin shops are closed, so off to the pawn shop it is. My local coin shop is closed anyway. When prices go down, the pawn shop is the only place to buy around. Oh, to buy. That makes sense. I thought you were going to the pawn shop to sell. I was like, shh, man, you're probably going to get spot or below spot. But yeah, I've picked up some stuff from pawn shops before. In fact, I have a video on my second channel that I posted probably about a year ago. If you type in Mykie DYDSS pawn shop integrity test, I did a hidden camera video in a pawn shop to see if the guy was like gonna try to rip me off or not. Interesting video, by the way. Mykie, have you ever bought silver from a pawn shop? Oh, I think I just accidentally answered that question. If so, how was your experience? I also just accidentally answered that question. I might give it a shot in the morning. I mean, they vary shop to shop. What I did, it was kind of like a hidden camera thing. I mean, I didn't go in to screw around. I went in to actually buy something. But I was recording, I was documenting my experience because, if the guy was going to say, oh, yeah, this little 1 ounce silver generic bar, it's worth about $60 right now, but I'll give it to you for $55. If he was going to do that, I was recording, and then that would have been, misleading business practices, and I would have documented it. But I was going in and I was hoping the guy had good intentions, and he did. He gave it to me for, I forget exactly how much, but he gave me an incredible deal on the thing, and it was a sunshine bar, and it has proof of authenticity on the back, so I knew I could trust it. And yeah, so my experience was good. Yankee is great. Watch his videos. Good man. He had a live one last night. 26th anniversary special. Wow, that's awesome. Is he live tonight? This is the only channel that uploads every day and live streams almost every night. I mean, they put out better better videos, I'm sure. But I'm pretty sure I'm the... Well, actually, Sal, I think, posts about every day. I don't know. It's not a competition. I was just saying. Be careful of fakes at pawn shop. Yeah, that's why I would not pick up something that I did not recognize. If it's a sunshine bar with the Mint Mark SI, proof of authenticity on the back, and if you have the decoder lens, you can verify if it's real or not. That's why I picked that up. Or if it was like 90% silver or something like that, like an actual coin, it's something a little bit more trustworthy as far as I'm concerned. But just some random poured silver bar at a pawn shop, I don't think I could see myself picking that up. Pawn shops usually keep their silver and gold; they don't sell it. Well, this one did. The way the government does things is not to confiscate all at once, but to have a tax due when you go to sell it. It was actually proposed to help fund us. Oh, but it failed. I hit up my local coin shop yesterday. Only got North Korean silver ounce. Well, that's still pretty cool, though. I think pawn shops are very underestimated in a way. A lot of people don't think about visiting a local pawn shop. Antique shops as well. Coin shops, pawn shops, and antique shops. I think you should shop around a little bit. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to give them your currency, but see what they have, see what they're about. See if they're, you know, see if they have integrity. That's what the whole video was about on my backup channel. A hidden camera integrity test. I wanted to see if the guy was going to try to rip me off. I went in there pretending that I knew nothing about silver. You know, I was like, hey, my friend told me that I should start buying silver, and I should start with, you know, like little silver bars. I was like, do you have anything? And he's like, yeah. He's like, what do you mean your friend told you? I was like, you know, I'm getting it. I was like, my friend told me about it, and I was going to get him one for a birthday present. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what it's worth. You know, can you just give me something for, you know, whatever it's worth, I guess? And then he came out and he told me what the spot price was. He's like, hey, this is the spot price. He gave it to me for, I don't know, it was like less than $1 over spot. So, you know, I was like, oh, wow. You know, because oftentimes if you go in and you're completely ignorant and you're just like, hey, you know, I've been hearing a lot of things about silver. I don't know what it's all about, but I want to get my hands on it. And, you know, the spot price is like 25, 26 bucks. And the guy will be like, oh, yeah, here's an ounce of silver for 50. You know, it's like you could very easily get ripped off. And I was just trying to see if that's what, like, the guy would do, or if the guy was going to be, you know, like, you know, a man of honor and integrity, I guess. So, yeah, just a fun little hidden camera video. Yeah, Sunshine's awesome. I also like the spectacular streams and coin guy interviews. I don't think I've ever heard of spectacular before. Pawn shops are seedy. I have visited my local pawn shop a few times. 10-ounce bars, $1 over spot. See, a lot of people, when they think of pawn shops, they think of, like, you know, sleaze bags. But, like, truth be told, like, they know what they're doing. They know what they're buying. They're not going to buy something that's fake. How are they going to sell something that's fake if they didn't buy something that's fake? You know, businesses nowadays they're so, you know, under the radar. It's hard to, you know, it's hard to screw people over like that, so. I guess if you're working with cash, it's kind of easy, but yeah, it's what it is. Hey, if you don't believe in pawn shops, then just don't go to one. I don't know what to tell you. Cash and coins. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Hey, by the way, we got 120 people watching, and we have 77 likes on the video. If everyone watching who has not yet clicked the like clicks the like, that'll set us over into the triple digits. So let's see if we can work on 100 likes. Click the like or dislike button. I don't care. They both promote me. They both help the channel grow. I'll take all the engagement I can get. Click a thumb, or pick a thumb, click a thumb. Likes and dislikes are both welcome. Any opinions on Silver Shield, please? I don't really have much of an opinion on Silver Shield. I do have this one. This was a gift. That's about as familiar as I am. You can never go wrong buying money, folks. Yeah, I don't know why people are so scared of money. Oh, but what if I get the money and then it goes down in currency? What am I gonna do? Come on, man. Come on, man. If you're scared about currency, stay away from money. Well, do what you want, actually. I'm not a financial advisor. My pocket silver came from a pawn shop. It's the only one I would put in my pocket. Well, that's pretty cool. Jonathan says, liked? Hey, I appreciate the thumbs up. And if anybody gave it a thumbs down, I appreciate it too, because that helps me. That gets me promoted. That helps the channel grow. By the way, don't forget, video on my backup channel. I'm doing a back-to-school giveaway, as I do every year. And with 115 people watching right now, I know for a fact not every single one of you are subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Videos every single day, 7 days a week. That's weekends and holidays included. Live streams, not every night, but almost every night practically. Plus bonus weekly videos sometimes twice to become my backup channel. So there is no shortage of content over here. So subscribe. You will never not have something to watch. We are at 9,525 subscribers, closing in on 10K probably in the next couple of days. So join the party. Hit that subscribe button. And check out the back to school giveaway if you haven't already entered. If you have kids or grandkids or siblings or something like that. My pawn shop doesn't have the pricing on most products and pulls up eBay listings upon asking price on his phone. Overall, 1 out of 10. Why doesn't he pull up Kitco or something like that? Well, Kitco tells you the spot price. eBay tells you how much people are paying. So, I guess I kind of understand that. You should have a contest of your viewers' silver stacks. You know, not a bad idea. But it might be weird for me to do because I do not showcase my stack of silver. I am the only one on the planet that knows how much silver I actually own. The last time I did a full stack video was when I first got started, and I did two, one at 50 ounces and one at 100 ounces, and I have not done one since, and I refuse to. So it might be kind of weird if I'm doing a contest of people's stacks of silver when I refuse to release that information about myself. So that might be kind of a weird thing for me to do. Sounds like a giveaway for 10,000. Yeah, that might be in the works. That might be in the works. I'm gonna wait until we surpass 10,000 before I celebrate. I don't want to celebrate too early, but yeah. Pawn shops are like any place else. You have to know what you are buying and what it's worth. And you have to know what you're selling and what it's worth, too. Yeah, absolutely. Saltwater, welcome aboard. Lion, welcome aboard. I've got to take the kid out and put a shirt on. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. What in the world does that mean? I've got to take the kid out and put a shirt on. Well, you're getting out of here, so thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you tuning in. I've been here for a long time. When you never showed your stack, when you wore sunglasses, it's been great watching you grow. Yeah, the sunglasses. I really enjoy your streams and channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, the channel has really evolved, I guess you can say. You know, I used to be that, you know, jerk running around with a camera, documenting my day-to-day life. Then I stumbled upon silver and gold and the realm of prepping, and something just clicked, and I just, you know, ran with that instead. And people clearly enjoyed the silver videos more than the vlogs. So, yeah, then I was making kind of like a hybrid between silver videos and vlogs. But then I stopped doing that, and now I just do like normal silver videos. And this seems to be working the best. But yeah, I've experimented a lot over the years with different type of videos. Randy, welcome aboard. Appreciate you being here. When the time comes for you to purchase land, how many ounces of silver do you think will need to purchase what you want? Well, I wouldn't want to do it with silver. I would rather get gold with my silver and get land with my gold. But I couldn't tell you because, you know, that's, you know, years and years off into the distance anyway. So I have no idea what spot price is going to look like at that point. I don't know what the cost of, you know, the land will look like at that point. Ideally, I mean, honest to God, I'm just one guy. You know, I don't have a wife. I don't plan on getting married. You know, I don't plan on having kids. So it's not like, you know, I have like a whole family to worry about. It's really just me. So I don't really need that much land, but I still would like to get, you know, a solid couple of acres anyway. But yeah, I don't need, you know, a massive house or massive amounts of land. I would like to have enough land, more than enough land to do whatever I want on, but I don't know. Might get a little off topic, but are you a gummy bear person or gummy worm person? Is this a this or that question, or is this a do you like gummy candy or not question. Truth be told, I really don't eat candy, so I guess if I had to pick, I'd probably go with the gummy bears. But yeah, I haven't had candy in a couple of years. I haven't had soda in, I can't even remember. So I'm not really much of a candy person. I'm a trail mix kind of guy, I guess. But I guess if I oh, is it this or that question? Well, I guess the answer is neither, but if I had to pick, I'd go with the gummy bears. But when I started Spot was 19. That was my first lesson buy low. When I first did, spot price was about 17 and 2 cents. Let's see. Do you stream every night? What's your schedule? No, I don't stream every night, and my live stream schedule is a little bit sporadic, but I do upload videos on a daily basis around 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I live stream, honestly, whenever I can, and as of lately, it's been practically every night, starting around 9:30. So I upload around 5:30, and then I go live around 9:30, and I just, work during the day. But, that's kind of my schedule. My uploads are a little bit more on schedule. My live streams are a little bit more sporadic. Moved to North Carolina. I don't know if I could see myself going to North Carolina. I could see myself going to Pennsylvania, though. Screw New Jersey, which is where I currently live. Screw New Jersey. I have a love-hate relationship with New Jersey. Hey, by the way, we're at 94 thumbs ups, and, we're only 6 away from hitting the triple digits. We've got 126 people watching. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. We could easily get over 100 likes right now. If you don't mind, if it's not too much to ask for anyway. I wouldn't want you to hurt your finger clicking a button. Tin is my future? That's interesting. Mykie is a wealth advisor. An unlicensed wealth advisor with no credentials. I have no credentials, I only have silver and gold. I gave up soda in 2007. Oh, wow. 13 years without soda? That's pretty impressive. Hey, I'm right there behind you. I'm not 13 years, but I'm about... I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea. I didn't, necessarily quit soda. I just quit unhealthy things. I don't consume soda. I don't have energy drinks. I don't have fast food. I don't have candy. I don't have anything like that. It's just... all I drink is water, and... I could eat a little bit cleaner. I don't eat, 100%, the most raw organic foods or anything like that. I could eat cleaner, but, I do eat relatively clean. And, all morning long I'm eating the fruits. All evening long I'm eating the vegetables. I drink water all throughout the day. I exercise on a day-to-day basis. So I try to live the healthiest life as possible. So, Metal is rising. Metal is rising. That is true. My first spot was 14-ish. I haven't had a soda for almost 20 years. Wow. Jesus. 20 years? Who doesn't have a love-hate with NJ? Well, I mean... I feel like everyone who lives in New Jersey has a love-hate relationship with New Jersey. There's, it's it's a tough state, man. It's number one, it's unbearably expensive. The cost of living is through the roof. Taxes are through the roof. Property taxes are through the roof. It's, way, way, way too overpopulated. You're bumping into people. You can't even walk outside and stretch your arms without, punching 2 people in the face by accident. It's so crowded, it's so congested, it's so expensive, and on top of all of that, they got all these crazy, ridiculous rules and laws and regulations. You can't do this, you can't own that. You can own this, but you can't do this with it. It's so ridiculously. It's like living in New Jersey. It's like being a 6-year-old with one of them helicopter parents. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's not all bad. There's a lot of things where New Jersey is superior, but you know, it has its pros and its cons, to say the least. Mostly cons, but it does have some pretty solid pros. You know, we're the convenience store of states. You know, you can get to New York City, you can get to Atlantic City, or you can get to Philadelphia in a very quick drive. You know, we have absolutely everything right here. You know, it's a very convenient place to live, which is why it's expensive. So, you know, there's a lot of, you know, other cities and states out there where, you know, a lot of people live. You know, I get comments from people on my, you know, stream sometimes saying that their closest coin shop is 2-hour drive away. You know, my closest coin shop is about, you know, a 5-minute walk. You know, and I live in the same neighborhood as my entire family, essentially, and my grandparents. They're very, 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 very comfortable living here because, you know, they're up in age, and they feel very at ease knowing that there's one hospital that's about a 4-minute drive away, there's another hospital about an 8-minute drive away, and there's another hospital about a 15-minute drive away. So they feel very comfortable, and they feel very protected living where they do, even though they know that they're getting slaughtered in property taxes and stuff like that. So, you know, like I said, pros and cons. Pros and cons. What did that say? Something about living healthy. We all die, healthy is boring. Well, I don't view it as boring. I love being healthy. I love waking up in the morning and just, you know, jumping out of bed feeling great, you know, not feeling, you know, like I'm a zombie walking through life. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. Every single day I wake up with so much energy and so much enthusiasm, just ready to conquer the day. You know, by the time I get to work, everyone else is like miserable, and I'm walking in, pounding my chest, saying I'm gonna make today my little B word. That's what I say. I tell my coworkers, I was like, today is gonna be my day, and they're like, you said that yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I made yesterday my day, and I'm gonna make today even better than yesterday. And guess what? Tomorrow's gonna be better than today. I just feel great all the time. I feel fantastic. And I think it has a lot to do with, you know, the fact that I don't consume alcohol, I do not do drugs, I do not smoke anything at all, I don't drink unhealthy beverages, all I drink is water, and I drink tons of water. I don't eat fast food or candy or garbage. I eat relatively clean, and I exercise all the time. It's like, you know, I mean, it's not for everyone. Living the lifestyle that I live, it is not for everyone. Trust me, I know that. It's not for most people, but it is for me. And I'm, you know, I'm not just doing it, I'm enjoying it. I'm having the time of my life. Every single day is like better than the day before. Let's see. I always liked Jersey. Let me ask you a question. Did you like to visit New Jersey, or did you like to live in New Jersey? Because there is a huge difference. I actually have a t-shirt that says, I love New Jersey. It's a good place to visit, but I don't want to die there. I've had that shirt since middle school. I got it huge. Well, not huge. But I got it, I guess, like a size too big, because I was like, no, this is a shirt that I don't want to outgrow. This is a shirt that I was like in 8th grade, and I was like, I want to still be wearing this shirt when I'm in my 20s. I don't live in fear of dying. Neither do I. I could die tomorrow, and guess what? I wouldn't have an issue. If I died tomorrow, I would not have an issue, because guess what? I'd be dead. You think I'm going to be sitting there in my grave saying, oh man, I died? No, I'll be dead. I won't know. You know, so But all I know is that I want to live as healthy as possible, because the healthier I am, the better I feel. I feel great. Like, I feel 100%, 100% of the time. Like, honestly, I wish I could explain how good I feel 24 hours a day. Like, I wish there was a way of putting it into words, but there's just no way of explaining it. You'd have to, I guess, experience it or whatever. And most people aren't willing to, I guess, do what's necessary to experience it, which is fine. Like I said, it's not for everyone. My local coin shop is 2 blocks away. It got robbed. Oh man, got robbed last year. Professional thieves used a torch to cut open the safe and then burn the place down. Jesus Christ. Owner is still in business. How is he still in business if the place burned down? What, did he have to rebuild? Well, I guess insurance probably took care of a lot of it. But oh man, that's unfortunate. I'm glad the owner is still in business though. I couldn't imagine, you know. I couldn't imagine, you know. A lot of people put their life savings into starting a business, and just imagine everything's going great for you, and 10 years later you get a phone call at 2 in the morning saying that, you know, the whole place was ransacked and burned to the ground. The entire building is, practically just ashes at this point. I couldn't imagine that. But everyone has a different idea of life. Absolutely. An injury has given me more time to reflect than I wanted. What are your top 3 dividend stocks? Coca-Cola, Altria, and AT&T. And I would say Ford, but they are not. They are currently not paying dividends. See, like I'm not really that big of a stock market guy. I don't consider myself to be like a big investor or anything like that, but I believe in diversification, and I also believe in cash flow. And the way I see it, cash flow, for somebody in my case, it could be considered silver flow. See, if I have, let's just say I invest enough to get, like $20, $30, $40, $50 a month or whatever. Dude, that's an ounce or two of silver that I don't have to convert my own dollars into. That's an ounce or two of silver that I can get out of profit rather than out of pocket. Not to mention, it's a form of diversification. And these are dividend kings we're talking about. We're talking about, companies that have existed for over 100 years, and they've been, increasing their annual dividend for over 50 years, and they're essentially recession-proofs. So, see, the way I see it is the dividend kings are practically recession-proof investments, and the silver and the gold, it's essentially recession-proof money, in a way. Mikey, what are your thoughts about no agreement on current stimulus? They are now on holiday until something. I talked about this the other day. I think it's laughable. And I know it might appear like they can't come to an agreement, but I think they made an agreement behind closed doors, and I think the agreement was to publicly not come to an agreement. I think they're stalling. I think they're doing this on purpose. I think they know exactly what they're doing. I think they're stalling and prolonging it as long as possible, because guess what? If we got the second stimulus when we were probably supposed to get one, and by the way, I don't agree with a stimulus check. I think paychecks are better than stimulus checks. I think paychecks are better than unemployment checks. That being said, if we got the second stimulus the time that we were initially supposed to get one, that would have been probably in like the beginning of July. And if we got one at the beginning of July, do you know what we would all be talking about right now? We'd be talking about a third stimulus. So I think they're trying to like spread it out as far apart as possible. And, it makes sense, because I know the more printing that they do, the more stimulus checks that they provide, the worse it's going to be for the long run. So, I understand what they're doing, but at the same time, as much as it pains me to say this, a lot of people, they need the stimulus. It's like, I know it's going to be detrimental for the long run, but it would quite literally save lives in the short run, because there are, there's single parents out there who, they're laid off from their job, and, they can't afford rent, and, they're trying to keep a roof over their kid's head. They don't, they can't put food on the table because they don't have the money to. It's a tough situation, man. It's really brutal, and I'm so happy that I am not an economist or a politician. I'm so happy that I am not the shot caller, because it's right now you're stuck between two incredibly difficult scenarios. So that's kind of my thoughts on the current, stimulus thing. But I do want to say that it is kind of laughable, because they had this big important meeting the other day and it was completely unproductive, got absolutely nothing done, and now they went all on holiday until what, September 8th? So they got nothing done, and now we have to wait until September 8th just for them to, get back into a room and, BS again. So, like I said, I think they're just stalling. That's just my opinion. This has been such a productive stream. I think I'm going to leave this stream up for people to watch even when it's over. We talked about some really, rock solid things in today's stream. Usually when they're over, I just delete it, just because, it's kind of, the live streams, they're one of those things where it's like, you had to be there. You don't get the full experience of a live stream if you're just watching my side of the conversation. It's a whole lot different when it's in real time and you're actually in the chat. So I usually just remove the streams just because I was like, well, and sometimes, I make some jokes that we might not really, the kind of jokes that we make sometimes might not be the most appropriate jokes to be making. So I just kind of like remove it. But this was like probably the most productive and informative stream in a very long time. This has been a good stream. And we're not done, by the way. It ain't over. We're still rocking and rolling for at least another 30 minutes. 20, 30 minutes. It's like, what is it, 11:07? I usually wrap up the streams around 11:30. So we got 20, 30 minutes left. Hang on one second. I'm just taking a sip of this. Smash the like button. Yeah, everybody, listen to Salvador. Hit that like button. I appreciate a thumbs up. It's the freest and the easiest way of supporting the channel. Doesn't cost you any money. Doesn't take any time. Once enough people are desperate and starving, there will be a mass awakening and rebellion, or the sheeple will quietly die off. What do you think will happen? I would say it's probably a mix of both. But to be honest, I don't think it would get to that point. See, what they like to do is they like to wait until it's like just about to be too late before they swoop in and help. They don't, really let us get to the point of absolute desperation. They let us get, needy and dependent. They let us get scared. They let us get nervous. But they don't often let us get desperate. Desperate people, especially in the tens or hundreds of millions. Imagine what that would look like. I wouldn't want to see that. Remember what happened the end of March to the beginning of April? Where you had, gentlemen getting into fights over hand sanitizer. You had women getting into fights over toilet paper. People were, like, putting each other into chokeholds over, hand soap and masks and gloves. That was fear. That was not desperation. Huge, huge, huge distinction. So, that's what people do when they're scared. Just wait till you see what they do when they're desperate. Desperate for their lives. I literally only trust in gold and silver in these times. Well, what about platinum, palladium, rhodium, or some industrial metals like, let's just say copper, for example? Do you believe in those at all? Or do you just have more trust in silver and gold than any other precious metal or industrial metal? Because the way I see it, I know copper. I talk a lot about copper on the streams. I love copper. Copper is like I love copper. It's a beautiful metal. Aesthetically, it's just I just love the way it looks, and you know, from an industrial metal standpoint, it's just so useful and it's flexible and it's versatile. It's a great metal. It's an excellent metal, and it's used in so many places. But copper gets some hate. And I guess the reason for that is because it's not a precious metal. They were like, oh, it's never going to be a precious metal. Copper's not worth anything. Like, okay, yeah, you need tons and tons and tons of copper to be able to exchange it for even a small little tiny bit of cash. Copper is not worth very much. That's true. I am not arguing that. That's a fact. But here's another fact. Or, well, let me word it this way. But here's my opinion on that fact. It stands a better chance than the dollar. You know, anytime I've ever said that, I've never gotten an argument before. There's nobody who has ever been combative about that statement. You know, they might say, oh, well, you got a point there. I still hate copper, but you have a point. Okay. You know, I see it as wealth preservation on a micro level. Now, will I ever convert my dollars into copper? Probably not. I would not do that. I stack copper when it's free. And that's it. Just when I stumble upon it. I don't go out of my way looking for it. I don't devote time to copper. I don't put my cash into copper. Absolutely not. But if I find it for free, I'm going to hang on to it. Like I said, I believe it stands a better chance than the dollar. LOL, toilet paper spot price went up like 10 overnight. Yeah, can you believe that? Toilet paper skyrocketed. We should have been stacking toilet paper all these years. Screw silver. Where's the toilet paper shop? Where's where's the LTPS? The local toilet paper shop. Man, all this time I was all this time I was saying, oh yeah, paper ain't worth anything, blah 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 blah. It's all about the metals. Man, I should have been focused on the paper. The toilet paper. Man, we could have gotten rich. Talk about a get rich quick scheme. Man, we gotta stack that toilet paper for the next lockdown. Have you seen the police state action videos from Australia? They're choking young women and beating teenagers for not wearing masks. Disturbing. No, I haven't seen that. That's really unfortunate, though, and I hope it stops. Copper is not money. The only two is gold and silver is used as money. Yes, but let me respond to your response. You consider the dollar money? Probably not. Most people understand that it's currency. I didn't say copper was a monetary metal. I said it was an industrial metal that I believe stands a better chance than the dollar. How do you know the cafe latte machines at Tim Hortons are made of 40% copper? Is this the beginning of a joke, or are you asking me a question? Because I have no idea. Do you think... Oh, what did that say? Do you think what? Do you think 75 for a Kraken is fair in a capsule? 75 for a Kraken, that would be, what, about 37.50 per ounce? That's a little steep. That's a little steep. Even with the capsule included, that's a little steep in my opinion. See what I do? I'll give you a tip. If you open up like 5 different tabs on your computer, 5 different tabs, and go to, let's just say, eBay on one, APMEX on another, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, and Provident Metals, or just your 5 of choice. Look up the prices on all 5, figure out what they're all going for, and go with the cheapest one. That's what I do if I'm going for something like miscellaneous like that. But yeah, you might be seeing like $75 or whatever you said, but that might just be one site. Another site might be having them up for grabs for $71. Another site might be lower than that. You know what I mean? So I say shop around. Figure out who's going to give you the most money for your currency, and I would say go with them. Fun fact, the Kraken that I have on screen right here, I only paid about $40 for it because I picked it up when spot price was about $18. and I think I got it for about $45, but I got 10% of my cash back, which brought it down to about $40, give or take. So I got it for a steal, and then like a week or so later, spot price really started to move. So I got lucky on that one, but yeah. The gold, silver. Oh man, the chat's moving too quick sometimes. I start to read something, all of a sudden it disappears. The gold, silver, and coin shop I buy from has not had any ingots or bars for 2 weeks, so I have been buying various generic rounds for 30 each. Am I buying them right? $30 is pretty solid. As much as it pains me to word it that way, because I'm used to picking up generic rounds for under $20, but you know those days are probably over. So $30 for a generic silver round or bar is actually pretty solid, considering that the spot price is going on $27. So you're paying like, you know, about $3, maybe $4 over spot. $30 isn't that bad for a generic silver bar or round. I would pay $30 for a generic bar or round. That seems like a pretty solid amount. I mean, if you can get it cheaper somewhere else, then yeah, absolutely. But $30 seems pretty standard, or maybe even a little bit on the lower end. So I'd say you're getting a pretty good deal. JM has Krakens for 66, and just throw in $1.50 for a capsule. Hey, there you go. Thank you, Muhammad, for letting us know. $66 for a Kraken on JM Bullion, according to Muhammad anyway. I'm not on their site to confirm it, but I'll take his word for it. But yeah, if that's true, then that's only $33 an ounce. It's a 2-ounce coin, so that was, you know, that's not that bad. $33 an ounce. I just said a generic round going for 30 is pretty good. So, you know, a coin that's part of a collectible set for only $3 more per ounce, I'd say isn't that bad. Jersey Recycler. Hey, welcome to the Jersey silver stacking YouTube guys live stream. If you don't mind me asking, are you north, south, or central Jersey? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. My thoughts on getting silver off of Facebook live auctions. I've never done it before, but I don't necessarily see any harm in it. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, if it's like something that you know for a fact is real, you know, it's as long as you're not getting a counterfeit, which, you know, not many people are going to do a live auction where they're documenting it on the internet for anybody on the internet to tune into. And if they're going to scam somebody that way, they can get themselves in a lot of trouble. So I would assume that the average person doing an auction would not be trying to sell counterfeits or fakes or anything like that. But if it's something that you recognize, and if it's something that you know for a fact you can confirm, like for example, I always go with the sunshine bars. They have the proof of authenticity, this thing on the back. If you have the decoder lens, so you just scan over top of it, and it tells you whether or not it's real. So, I mean, if it's something like that, or if it's a coin, like a U.S. coin, for example, you know, it's something that I would say is a little bit more trustworthy. So that's my opinion on that. I've never done it before, but I don't see anything wrong with it. JM moved up their shipping to $199 for free shipping. Okay, well then get 3 of the Krakens. It brings it up to roughly about $199. Yeah, they all bumped up their. Well, actually, some of them didn't even just. Some of them increased the minimum to get free shipping, and some of them increased your minimum order. Some of them won't even, you know, they won't even look at you unless you're going to give them at least $299. Like, if you're like, oh, that's fine, I'm only going to get $100 worth, and I'll just pay the shipping. They say, no, $299 minimum order. Not for free shipping, minimum order in order to place your order. Order to place your order. That's something. Let's see. Kirk, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Hero charges no tax. Bison Bullion also no tax, at least for Ohio. Yeah, I guarantee you that won't be the case for New Jersey. Hey, by the way, we got 166 people watching, or 168 people watching. If you could do me a favor and click the like button, I'd appreciate it. It's free, it's easy, helps promote the stream. Same with the dislikes, so if you want to click the thumbs down, it helps me equally and also tremendously. So pick a thumb, click a thumb. Thank you in advance. SD Bullion said no to customers dropping by, but your local coin shop has an open invitation awaiting you. Not if you live in New Jersey. My local coin shop has been closed since March. Better to stack grade A coins over rounds bars. Not necessarily. I mean, I would go with the rounds and the bars. I wouldn't really pay like a higher premium for something that was like graded or anything like that. Like, you know, a couple months ago, or I guess really anything pre-March of 2020, I might have like a little bit different of an answer. But right now, I'm just sticking to generics and 90%, like strictly. That's my eyes are on that and that only, for right now anyway. What do you know about a U.S. strategic stockpile silver 1 ounce coin from a U.S. office, San Francisco, 1981 coin? I don't know if I'm able to even answer that question, but if anybody else is able to, feel free. Roy, I do not know enough about it to really say very much. I haven't ordered anything. Where am I? I'm all about my local coin shop and eBay. Yeah, I mean, my local coin shop is closed. I've been getting practically everything off of eBay these last couple of weeks. Mostly because I get like 10% cash back. So, you know, I'm mostly just doing it because it's like a way of saving some currency. You know, if I save a little bit of currency, I could put even more currency into money. So, you know, I have bought a few hard to find rounds at Bold Bullion, not terrible prices either. I'll have to look into them. Yeah, I shop on eBay heavy. Yeah, I love eBay. I used to be a little bit leery about eBay because they used to have a little bit of a bad rap, but I mean they have, you know, your money back guarantee if you receive something that, you know, you didn't necessarily order. So there is like customer protection there. Do you like your silver bull bar? I freaking love the silver bull bar. Incredible, incredible, incredible piece of silver. And it's also kind of inspired me to start a 10-ounce silver bar collection. Love that thing. How much is silver now? I believe it was $26.52. $26.54. According to Kitco. Live silver spot price. The market is closed, keep in mind, so who knows what it's going to be tomorrow. Or, I guess technically Sunday night or Monday. The market is closed. It is the weekend, and that's one of the reasons I've grown to hate weekends. When I was a little kid, I was like, oh man, I hate school so much, I can't wait for the weekend. Now, full-grown adult who prioritizes silver and gold, as soon as it's Friday night, I get miserable. I was like, oh man, I can't wait till Monday morning. Who says that? Who says that? I hate Friday nights, I can't wait for Monday mornings. The price went up a lot, man. Yeah, yes it did. I have been hearing and reading about potential huge spike in prices as deliveries against the metals upcoming at the end of the month into September. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of things. I've been hearing both sides, though. I've been hearing a lot of people, you know, with their theories of why there could be a spike. I've been hearing a lot of people, you know, saying that it's going to tank. I don't know. I mean, unfortunately, there's no way of telling. I've been saying it the last couple of days. I even said it in my video a couple days ago that silver, it's kind of like trapped in the gray area. What did I call it? I said it's stuck in limbo almost because it has reasons to go up because the dollar bill is taking some serious punishment, especially with a second stimulus more than likely eventually going to happen. The dollar bill is getting rocked right now. So silver and gold, they have every reason in the world to be going up. But at the same time, they have plenty of reasons to be going down. Because silver isn't necessarily in demand for like all of the production because of all of these, you know, mandatory lockdowns and, you know, there's a mining shortage, there's a minting and production shortage. So it's not like all of these big companies and industries are, you know, pulling in truckloads and truckloads of silver to make their products and you know, for all the technology and, you know, solar panels, electronics, cars, batteries, you know, all that stuff. Silver is used in all of these industries, but a lot of these industries are pretty much on lockdown. They've either ceased operations altogether or they've greatly reduced production. So, you know, for that reason alone, there's reason for silver to be going down because it's not necessarily as in demand. It's in demand from the people who are trying to order the silver coins, rounds, and bars, but it's not really as much or as high in demand from all of the industries that are, taking a step back away from production. So, like I said, silver's kind of like stuck in limbo right now. It could go up or it could go down, but for some strange reason, it's just kind of trapped in between 20 and 30 bucks. It's not really moving all that much when in all actuality, it should be going one of two ways. I don't know which way it should be going, but it should be going up and up and up or down and down and down, yet it's kind of staying still. That's my opinion. I'm just speculating over here, but that's what makes sense to me. And based off of all the research that I've been doing and all the videos I've been watching, the articles that I've been reading, and everything, that's just kind of what makes the most sense to me. Hey, we're almost at 200 viewers, 199 concurrent viewers right now. If we get one more, we're gonna crack the 200 concurrent viewer mark, which is cool. I don't think I've done that for a couple of days. But yeah. There's a whole lot going on in the world right now, man. It's just the general state of the economy and the precious metal world, the stock market. Real estate's kind of doing okay right now, but everything's just out of whack right now. It's a very strange time, very, very, very strange time. Can you take a guess at what the outcome of the election will do for silver prices, please? Well, unfortunately, I can't really get into politics, but I would assume that if one of the two wins, silver's going to go up, and if the other of the two wins, silver's going to go down. I haven't moved up to big bars yet. How can I be fractionals about it? Well, define bigger bars. Are you talking about like 5 and 10 ounce? Or are you talking about like the kilo bars, the 50 ounce, the 100 ounce bar? Hey, we are at over 200 concurrent viewers. That is awesome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I know for a fact not all 200 of you are subscribed. We're closing in on 2,000 subscribers, and it's going to happen in a couple of days. If you want to help us speed up the process, hit that subscribe button. Daily videos, 7 days a week, weekends and holidays. I live stream, not every night, but oftentimes, and I upload bonus videos once, maybe twice a week on my second channel, so there's no shortage of content. Please subscribe and click the like button if you don't mind. It's free and it's easy. Oh, let's see. I'm hoping it starts declining because my stack needs stacking. Yeah, it would be nice. I am willing to bet any amount of money or currency that the premiums aren't going to do anything. Premiums aren't going anywhere. Premiums are going to stay sky high. But if we can get the spot price to drop down a little bit, at least that would make it a little bit more ideal. I mean, there's not much, the premiums aren't going to move, but the spot price has a chance of going down. So if there are two things standing in our way, spot price and the premiums. Premium's going to stay in our way, but the spot price might ease up a little bit. Real estate is setting up for a crash big time. Everything selling above asking. Yeah, but I meant like from March of 2020 until today. Real estate hasn't really taken the hit that the stock market did, or that even precious metals did for a very, brief period. In March, I mean, silver went from, what was it? It was like $17 or $18, and it dropped down below 12, like just like in the blink of an eye. And gold came down a couple $100s too, So, and plus, like I said, the general state of the economy, it wasn't just the stock market, it wasn't just the precious metals, it was, most people's jobs as well. I mean, 40+ million unemployment claims. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So I like your videos. Keep up good work. Will do. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Premiums are high because of the high demand. Yeah, from us. Yeah, Yep. But not because of all the production. It's because of the people who are trying to stack it. Jersey, I want one. Yeah, the Kraken was my first step up. I'd rather have fractional, in my opinion. I bought a few Sphinx. Those are cool. Stacker's got a stack, or Stacker's gonna stack. I'll keep buying precious metals according to my budget. Build that stack, people. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's like, I might not stack as aggressively as I was when spot price was 14 bucks with only $1 or $2 premiums. I might not be stacking as aggressively, but, The way I see it, slow progress is better than no progress. You know, I might be walking right now when I used to be running, but I ain't stopping and taking a seat, if you know what I mean. I'm going to keep moving, even if I'm forced to slow down a little bit. We're catching our breath right now. Premiums. How many ounces? Interest rates dropped. That's why real estate boomed. You go into the coin show tomorrow in Long Island, I'm assuming? I didn't know there was one, and if you're asking me, no, because I didn't know there was one and I have work. Where did you find some real estate crashes delayed from low interest? One could also argue that we're in a little bit of a debt bubble, or as I guess we've been, but mainly been using JM and AppMex and local coin shop. I used to be able to get good deals from time to time on eBay, but as soon as silver spot went up, all those sellers seriously went ballistic with their prices. Yep. That's why I've been sticking to the generics and the 90%. It might be a little bit on the pricey end, but it's not as pricey as the other stuff. Oh man, the chat's moving so freaking fast. My favorite coins are the Chimos and Maple. Those are nice. A generic round for 32 versus the premium coin like an ASE for 36. Thoughts? Like I said, it's the same amount of money for a different amount of currency. Personally, I would go with the round. Now, 6 or 7 months ago, I would have went with the eagle, but times made a little bit more sense back then. Times don't really make sense right now, so I'm trying to make the most sense out of, like, you know, a nonsensical situation, I guess, if that makes sense. So, you know, hey, generics and 90%, that's, my eyes are on that and that only right now. Silver hit 30, 40, 50. Will you still buy? If silver goes into 30, 40, $50 range again, I don't know if I would necessarily be buying per se, but I would probably ideally like to convert some of my silver to gold at that point. So, you know, if silver goes up like that, I think I would probably shift my focus to gold, assuming that, you know, gold didn't go up by, you know, another couple $100. I don't know. It really depends. What I do with silver relies entirely on what gold is doing at the same time. So I was thinking about going to say I'll coin show. Wait, what? Going to the coin show tomorrow? I heard ASEs are more liquid and don't have to report sale. Yeah, I mean, they both have their pros and their cons, but if you're willing to pay a significantly higher dollar amount, and I don't just mean $4, that was just an arbitrary example, because a lot of silver eagles right now are, you know, just the other day, I took a peek and I saw $41, $42 silver eagles, and I was still looking at like $30, $31 silver rounds. You know, it's like, that's more than a $10 difference for the same exact amount of money. So, once the, anyone buying Morgan or Peace dollars? Nope. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against Morgan and Peace dollars. They just have that higher premium and the numismatic value, so not really. I don't prioritize them. Do you recover the premium when selling eagles? I've never sold an eagle, so I can't say from experience, but it depends on who the buyer is. If you go to a coin shop that no matter what the silver is, they're going to give you spot no matter what, then no. But if you're selling them on either, let's just say, eBay or social media, or a coin shop that will give you, you know, above spot, then yeah. But it really there's no like guaranteed way of answering the question. It really depends on who's buying it from you and who you're getting the currency from. But I mean, for me personally, I say, you know, like, why buy a silver eagle if you're going to sell a silver eagle? I'm holding on to it for the long term. So all of the questions about selling, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, capital gains tax and stuff like that. And for me personally, I'm just like, I don't care about capital gains tax, because I ain't going to be paying no capital gains tax, because I ain't going to be selling no silver. Do you collect any gold as well? I don't know if you were asking me, because you said JC. But if you were asking me, Yes, I stack a little bit of gold alongside my silver, but I prioritize silver. I try to keep it like 60% silver, 40% gold. I have found my local coin shop will pay a few dollars over spot, not $15. So, yeah, if you want $15 over spot, go to eBay. Someone will buy it. Man, you could put a Silver Eagle up right now for $45 over spot, and someone's still going to buy that thing from you. Anybody else use Texas Precious Metals? No minimum purchase, free shipping, and I've had very quick shipping from them. I don't know if I've ever ordered anything from them directly yet. I might have. I don't remember off the top of my head. Over these last couple of years, or 2.5 years, I've used Atmex and Provident probably the most. JM and SD as well, and as of these last couple of weeks, it's been pretty much nothing but eBay and silver gold bull the one time. But yeah. What's a good ratio? I don't know. I don't have a personal gold to silver ratio. So I guess I'll just keep looking for bars and buying rounds. By the way, Missouri has 0 taxes on purchases and sales. Yeah, well, New Jersey has, the highest percent taxes on the highest amount of things. JM Bullion had 2.5 gram bars in card for 178 with the premium at my local coin shop. It's not bad. Anything under 60 based on the last decade. I'm stacking more silver, but I'm just starting. I sold a few Simpson rounds this week for 50 each on the eBay. Oh, wow. Monument Metals. I must ask the wrong questions. I don't know what you asked. I think an Atmex salesman over the phone said 60% gold and 40% silver is the best ratio. Well, yeah, but that's like a subjective opinion, though. Because if you hung up and called them back and talked to a different salesman, they probably would have given you 50-50 or 70-30. If you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers, probably. JM Bullion has been buying back Eagles for $4 over spot recently. I guess that's not terrible. Especially because spot price is significantly higher than what it was when you picked up the Eagles in the first place. So, yeah, you're getting $4 over spot, which might not really sound that, impressive, but also the piece of silver itself is worth, $5 to $10 more than it was back then. But I don't worry about, the fiat value all that much. I try to get the most, money for my fiat, but I don't really, worry too much about how much it's worth in fiat dollars. Once I have it in my possession anyway. I care about the fiat before I have the money, but once I have the money, I don't care about the fiat, if that makes sense. 45 ounces away from my goal, 4,000 ounces. Wow. That's an impressive mountain of silver you have there. Congratulations on that. You were doing a great job keeping up with the rapid chat. Yeah, I mean, I have a kind of a rapid brain. I have a brain that moves faster than even I can. So the very quick chat kind of like works well with my how fast my brain works. My brain doesn't work all that great, but it does work fast. What's a good silver item to buy right now? As I've been saying, I'm sticking to the generic rounds and bars and the 90% silver coins. I heard enough on SBTV say the rule of thumb is 50 to 1 to get... Yeah, see? That's another person with a completely different answer. My ratio is 60% silver, 30%... Oh, wait. My ratio is 60% silver, 30% gold, 10% platinum. But you gotta stack your way. Everyone is different. Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention, I do have something that I used to refer to as the 95-4-1 rule. And, when I was first starting stacking after a couple months, I kind of said that I prioritize silver like 95% of the time. Now, this was not my ratio. It was just kind of like my priority list in my head. I would focus 95% of my attention on silver, 4% of my attention on gold and 1% of my attention on miscellaneous metals, and in my case, mostly copper. So silver is the priority at the end of the day, and even still today. Sold my mining stocks, vintage instruments. I do not have any. Well, actually, I do have one share of Cleveland Cliffs, and that's because I got it for free. But I've never invested in a mining company. I cannot see myself ever investing in a mining company. And I could absolutely, definitely not see myself ever buying into paper silver or paper gold. Those things are not for me. I might dabble when it comes to the stock market. I invest a little bit every here and there. I play around with it, but I don't believe I would ever invest in a mining company or any of those silver and gold ETFs and paper precious metals or whatever, so screw that. What's the minimum amount of silver to have? You know, if you go onto my channel and scroll back, maybe the video I posted probably about last week, I have a video titled, "How much silver should we stack?" or something like that. I posted it probably just a week ago, so it should be easy to find. And there's no real straight answer because it depends on your lifestyle, your expenses, your income, and how many people you're financially prepping for. But in that video, I kind of dissect and showcase a couple different examples, so that video might actually be able to help you. But it really comes down to your own personal situation. My goal this year is to hit 200 ounces of silver. By the end of the year, I need to acquire another 70 ounces to achieve that. Oh, wow. So you're, almost 3/4 of the way there. And we're only a little more than halfway through the year, so looks like you're on track to hitting your goal. Some YouTube video says have a minimum of 25 ounces. I hope you're not jokingly referencing my video about how 25 ounces of silver could save your life. The purpose of that video is because, well, at the time I was recording the video, 25 ounces of silver was, more than, or about equal to the amount of cash that the average American does not have in their possession. So, I mean, for example, if the spot price was about 18, 19 bucks and you tack on $1 or $2 premium, it brings the ounce of silver up to about 20 bucks. And if you have 25 ounces of silver, that's about $500 worth of silver, as much as I hate to word it that way. What else is $500? More than the average American has in savings. So a $500 emergency mixed with having $500 in savings could absolutely be a lifesaver. So that was the point of that video. By the way, that's my #1 most viewed video of all time, and I just posted it like a week and a half ago. It's going on almost 100,000 views. It's currently at about 80,000, and like I said, it's still a pretty recent video, so it still has plenty of room to, keep climbing. By the way, now that we have 200 people watching, let me say it one last time. I have a back to school giveaway going on my second channel right now. I just posted it a couple hours ago. If you are a parent, a grandparent, if you have a niece, nephew, cousins, siblings, or if your friend has a kid or anything like that, and you want to help out, get them some school supplies, I have a back to school giveaway on my backup channel. It's free to enter, super easy. Go check it out. It's not even 2 minutes long. Very, very simple to do. I couldn't remember if it was your video or Silver Dragons. I mean, unless he has one similar to mine, but that was the video that I know for a fact I made, and I know for a fact I made it because I made that video twice. I made that video about 5 or 6 months ago, and then I remade the video just 2 weeks ago because I was like, wow, 25 ounces of silver, that's worth a whole lot more now than it was 5 or 6 months ago. So I remade the video and it just kind of exploded. I guess a combination with something exciting to talk about mixed with, all the hype and excitement and fear that's going on with, silver in general right now. And stuff like that. I guess just, you know, something clicked and the video just kind of took off. Like I said, almost 80,000 views, when typically I get like maybe 1 to 5,000 views per video. Or maybe 2 to 10,000 nowadays, but that video, like I said, is about 80,000. That's a lot of people who watched it. And it has 95.8% positive feedback, so it's a video that not only a ton of people watched, but the overwhelming majority enjoyed. So it's not like one of those videos that it went crazy due to outrage. People liked it, you know. Almost every single person who came in contact with the video enjoyed it, so that's good news, I guess. I wish I could play with my snack. My wife is sleeping. I recently picked out... Hey, you know what's funny? Imagine people, because a lot of people, they're on their computers or they're on their phones watching the stream, and imagine their wife wakes up and is like, hey, who are you on the phone with? And it's almost like the, it's Jake from State Farm commercial, like, oh, it's Mykie from YouTube. Mykie from YouTube, yeah, right, give me that phone. Who is this? And I'm just like, oh, it's just a guy who talks about silver bars. Why is he asking what you're wearing? It's because he sells DYDSS t-shirts. He's just making sure that we have one of his t-shirts or something. Should you buy with a credit card or e-checks or checks? It depends. Some places will charge you more for paying with a credit card and quite a few dollars less for paying with a check. If that's the case, a check might be the way to go. But the way I've been doing things as of lately is one of my credit cards gives me 10% cash back. Well, technically 5% cash back, but then they match everything that I got at 5% cash back with another 5%. So I call it 10% because that's what it is. And with getting 10% cash back, it's actually a lower dollar amount than the amount that they offer when you pay with a check. So as of lately, I've been putting everything on my credit card, my cashback credit card. And, you know, I trade my dollars for money, and then I get 10% of my currency back. So it's pretty cool. Tell Mykie you'll see him tomorrow. You know he posts videos at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why are you watching him 10:30, 11 o'clock at night? It's actually almost midnight, by the way. And my laptop is at under 5%. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to run through what the chat has right there. And then I'm probably going to wrap up the stream because the stream has already been about 30 minutes longer than what it was supposed to be anyway. So let me run through some of these things. I've been here for 2.5 hours. Wow, that's a long time. How do you reclaim your eBay bucks? To my understanding, they will give you a notification like every 3 months, because it's not like every time you make a purchase and you get those eBay bucks, you can use those eBay bucks the next day. I think, from my understanding, I think they collect all of your eBay bucks over the course of like 3 months, and then they give you an eBay bucks code, and you can use all of your 3 months worth of eBay bucks the following quarter or something. I don't remember exactly. I think that's how it is. I think it all carries over, or I think it all adds up, and then they give you like basically a coupon code to use for it or something like that. I've only done it like maybe twice. Do you clean your coins? No, I do not. As a couple people right there in the chat are saying, don't clean your coins. I won't tell you not to clean your coins. I guess you could if you want to. I don't see the need in doing that. The way I see it, tarnished silver is still silver. You know, it's still a troy ounce of silver, whether it's, you know, a little bit discolored or has some milk spots. Doesn't matter to me. So I think it gives it character. I mean, look at this right here. This is a prime example. A silver eagle next to my most tarnished silver round. You see, it's not even silver. It's like brown, brownish gray in comparison to what the silver should look like. I like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. I only clean the ones I funnel. Only clean bullion. Great chat tonight. I appreciate that. Thank you everybody for being here. We had over 200 people watching all at once. I'm willing to bet that this stream, by the time I ended, the stream would have gotten probably over 1,000 total views. Yeah, this was a very successful stream. Very, very, very fluid stream. You know, another overtaxed taxpayer joined in for a little while. It's been nothing but positivity. It's been nothing but, you know, just pure, you know, people who are learning from those who are willing to teach and teaching those who are willing to learn. It's been a very, very productive stream, and I appreciate that. Thank you everybody for tuning into it. If everyone can give it a last-minute thumbs up if you haven't already done so. I'm actually probably going to leave this stream up. Normally I delete my streams when they're over just because, like I said before, it's one of those things where it's like you had to be there to get the like actual experience. I feel like live streams are boring to watch once they're not live anymore because they're not as interactive. So I usually just delete them. But this was an incredible stream, and I got a lot from it, and I hope that a lot of people got a lot from it as well. So I think I'm going to leave this stream up. 2.5-hour video that somebody can tune into if they missed it if they want. Usually people tell me, they're like, oh, I missed the stream, I couldn't catch it. This one, hey, I guess they can watch it when it's over if they want. So anyway, it's a couple minutes till midnight, and my laptop is on like less than 4% now, so I gotta get out of here. I'm half asleep anyway, and I got another video dropping tomorrow. Another precious metal video, as always, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I have a brand new backup channel video coming on Sunday, and I posted another backup channel today. If you have kids, grandkids, or if anybody in your family has kids, it's a back-to-school giveaway, and I'm giving away gift cards so people can get school supplies for their kids. So that's on the backup channel. I launched it a couple hours ago. Very easy to get involved. It's free to enter. I'm essentially giving away school supply, or I'm giving away gift cards to get school supplies. So go check that out if you haven't already done so. Thank you everybody who did a super chat, or if anybody made a PayPal contribution. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for your generosity. Gonna get out of here. As always, let me do my last minute plugs. Subscribe to the backup channel, link in the description. Follow me on Instagram, link in the description. If you want to get a t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, or coffee mug to help support the channel, DYDSS merchandise, the link will be in the description. And if you want to make a PayPal contribution, if you want to throw a $1 or $2 my way as a thanks for the stream, it's not required, but it's appreciated. The link will be in the description. Thank you everybody for stopping by, tuning in, hanging out, asking questions, and engaging in conversation. This has probably been the most productive stream I've ever in my life done, so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of it. And Randy, thank you very much for the last minute super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your generosity. And thank you everybody else for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.